Let's go. This is history. One of the Spanish objectives was to eradicate the beliefs of these lands so that they would never return. But several things escaped that fate, and one of them is the memory of the cult of Tlaloc. Tlaloc is the Nahuatl word with which they named what is now called the god of rain, but its true translation is from Tlali, earth, and Octli, liquor, making Tlaloc the liquor of the earth. In other cultures, he received equivalent names such as Chac among the Maya, Cosijo among the Zapotecas, Tsuawi among the Mixtecs, and Tajín or Actini among the Totonacs. Tlaloc was a way to humanize water and all natural phenomena related to it. Therefore, this cult was one of the most widespread, as obviously without water, there can be no life. The problem of water scarcity is something we are beginning to feel. As who hasn't seen news and videos just a few months ago referring to the famous Lake Pátzcuaro in Michoacán already drying up. We also have to observe the decline of the Cutzamala system, which supplies water to Mexico City and many other nearby places throughout the country. They are dry rivers, lakes, and reservoirs with water theft already occurring, meaning water trafficking. There is also the excessive use of water by companies like Coca-Cola and others. Today, we know many factors that are not divine at all and remind us of humanity's fragility due to the lack of water. Many of these are obviously our fault, such as pollution, deforestation, global warming, and overexploitation of water. However, more than 500 years ago, many of these things were inexplicable to our ancestors, such as El Niño and La Niña phenomena conditions that generate hurricanes and many more. Lacking this type of knowledge, they sought explanations for the existence of water, its frequency, or its absence, attributing these phenomena to forces beyond their understanding. After all, someone had to produce, regulate, and remove the water. And of course, it was better to be on good terms with him. They created a special being to whom they even gave one or several partners, such as Chalchitlicue. They also sent him helpers in his work, called Tlaloques. They believed that thunder occurred when clay pots were broken in the sky, or Tlaloc and Quetzalcoatl traveled together in the sky, where Ehecatl, with his wind, carried Tlaloc's clouds. Tlaloc even ruled the famous Tlalocan. The Europeans, not understanding this worldview, sought to eradicate these beliefs without success. Even after a century of Spanish domination, many ceremonies to request water continued to be held. Now discuss it, with one of the main examples being the ceremony of the Holy Cross. This ceremony is celebrated in many parts of Mexico on May 3rd. In the Christian tradition, the ceremony of the Holy Cross on May 3rd is linked to the supposed event that Saint Helena, the mother of Constantine, the first Christian Roman emperor, found Christ's cross on Mount Calvary in Jerusalem. But in Europe and here, removing that myth, in agricultural mothers, around that date marked the beginning of planting and end of the dry season, and the start of the rains. Therefore, near May, people would go to mountains, caves, springs, and other places to ask for rain. obviously asking Tlaloc. With the arrival of the Europeans, they sought to eradicate this and began placing crosses in places where the rain had been requested before. However, today those rain requesting ceremonies continue in many places. Another example of memory of Tlaloc's cult is in the dance of the Tecuanes, or the fight of the tigers. With this dance, they welcome the rainy season, which is very common in the Nahua community of Tlaloc in Guerrero, where some fight each other with a blood draw in the combat being a form of offering blood in exchange for rain. Additionally, the whips used in the dance imitate thunder, seeking to hold the water clouds. Tlaloc also slipped into plain sight to the Spaniards through the syncretism of this deity with Christian images, one of the most famous being the Black Crest of Amecameca. This place is near Popocatépetl and Ixtlacihuatl in the state of Mexico, where there used to be a cult of Tlaloc and Chalchitlicue. This cult took place on the summit of Chalchimamusco, Totoltepetl, Amecamec, today known as El Cerrito del Sacromonte. When the Spanish friars arrived, they instituted the cult of the Lord of Sacramonte to replace Tlaloc. In 1583, the sepulchre built, the rocky grotto of Cerro Amecamec was inaugurated. However, a representation of Christ accurate attributes of Tlaloc, the most evident being the black skin color of Christ. As Tlaloc has black skin on his face, a color symbolizing the black clouds loaded with the rain. Moreover, the black crest of Amecameca, like Tlaloc, represents the abundance of cacao, abundance brought by the waters. Another syncretic celebration related to this, which is still carried out today, takes place a few days after the summer solstice in the northern hemisphere, which occur on June 21st or 22nd. Close to that astronomical event, more precisely on June 24th, the feast of Saint John the Baptist is celebrated in several towns. According to the Bible, John the Baptist baptized Jesus with water. On the day of this saint, which occurs a few days after the summer solstice, we are already in the middle of the rainy season. Thus, there are triple association between the rainwater of the season, the saint who used to be baptizing, and obviously Tlaloc. Therefore, there is also syncretism between John the Baptist and Tlaloc. If we look more modern beliefs about him, he remains present in our popular culture. For example, who in Mexico hasn't experienced that when we hang clothes to dry after washing them, it starts raining shortly after, causing us to run to collect them before they get wet. Popular saying refer to the clothes as a kind of offering that Tlaloc likes. Another popular sacrifice we have created occurs when someone has just washed their car. Similarly, this washing doesn't stay clean for a long time because Tlaloc takes care of the dirtying it again by making it rain, being more effective than the supposed sacrifices of children they used to make before. Also, when there is a lot of air pollution, as part of the folklore, help his request from Tlaloc for the winds and rain to reduce pollution levels. As we said, even today, dances are sometimes performed for Tlaloc to request rain, specifically in recent years due to severe droughts in the country, and whether severely or jokingly, He is thanked for the rain. Recently, we have seen this as heavy rains have fallen in various parts of the country, filling reservoirs to the point of overflowing, as happened in Nuevo León. Thanks to this, many places have thanked Tlaloc. And of course, the cult cannot be missing in memes, where we find countless ones. There are many murals, statues, and artistic representations in the country that honor him. In short, in our folklore, in present-day Mexico, Tlaloc is a present as in pre-Hispanic times, whether seriously or jokingly. We still invoke him as ask for his help. So, what do you think? Are all these memories of Tlaloc today just jokes? Or deep down, do we still worship the liquor of the earth?